all you wonderful people. Welcome to day 19 of the 21-day yoga challenge. So as promised, keeping with the weekend vibe, we're going to follow the same routine that we did yesterday, but we're going to do a different set of yogic warm-ups, followed by a few different restorative asanas, and of course, a new breathing pranayam technique. Today, we're going to start with just a squatting position. So bring your feet together, the knees as close to the chest as possible. I'm going to show this to you sideways. And you're going to raise your hand up. The arms are above your head, hands joined together. We're going to be doing a practice called Dhruta Utkatasana. As you inhale, come up standing. And as you exhale, you're going to bend down. Make sure that the hips are going back and your knees are not going beyond your toes, right? For which you will have to take your hips slightly back, and your hips automatically go back. You do not have to protrude the hips back like this, right? As you squat, just stay there, hang in there with your legs almost 90 degrees or slightly lesser, and come up again as you inhale. As you exhale, go slightly more lower, hold it here for 2 seconds, inhale, come up. Now on the next exhale, we will completely squat, hold it here, and inhale, come back up. Let's do this practice for the next 5 times, all right? So one cycle will include going down 3 levels, okay? Go slightly down, then go lower than 90 degrees, and then finally squat down completely. So that is one cycle, and we'll do 5 cycles of these. Let's get started. Come to standing, hands go above the head, squat down slightly, as much as possible, hold it here, and inhale, come up. Squat further down, hold, 1, 2, inhale, come up. Squat completely down, hold, 1, 2, inhale, up. Let's do this again. Squat down as you exhale, hold it here, inhaling up. Squat further down, hold, 2, 3, and come up. Squat completely, hold, and inhaling up. Let's do this continuously. Squat down halfway, hold, 2, 3, inhale up. Squat further down, hold, 2, 3, inhaling up. Squat completely down, hold, and inhaling up. 2 more times, guys. You can already feel a slight burn and probably slight sweating. Squat down, 2, 3, inhale up. Squat further down, hold, 2, 3, inhaling up. Squat down completely, hold it here, and inhaling up. Last time, squat halfway down, 1, 2, come back up. Squat further down, 1 and 2, inhaling up. Squat down completely, hold it here, and coming back up. I hope you could feel the slight burn getting started already. With this one, we've definitely got the lower muscles warmed up, your thighs, your calves, as well as the ankle joints. Now let's get moving to work on the upper body. For this, we're going to come down first on our fours, and then I'm going to bring my elbows down on the mat. Now hold on to the elbows, and for this one, you're going to take the elbows slightly further ahead. So the shoulders are not in line with the elbows. The elbows are ahead of the shoulders. As we exhale, we're going to drop the chest down to the ground. The head almost comes on your forearms. The hip is raised up. On an inhalation, lunge forward, taking the feet off the mat. On this, you're almost in a tabletop position, right? Your back is parallel to the mat. We're going to do this just 5 times. It's a fairly rigorous exercise. Exhale, bring the chest down onto the mat. Inhale, come up, take the feet off the mat. Exhale, chest down. Inhaling, come up, feet go off the mat. Third one, exhale, chest down. Inhale, come up, feet off the mat. Exhale again, chest comes down. Inhale, up and feet off. Exhale, chest to mat. Inhale, coming up. And extend your legs, relax your back, and you can place your hands stretched out on the elbows. Just stabilize your breath here for a couple of seconds. But without too much of a rest, tuck the toes in and come up to kneeling down for our next practice, which is the Ardha Ushtrasana. Now we worked on the upper back in the previous practice. The next one, we're going to work slightly on the lower back. Place your hands on your lower back such that the wrists are touching each other at the back and the palms are facing sidewards. And then bending back first with the upper back, then with the middle back, and then the lower back. Generally in the Ushtrasana, we drop the head back as well and the hands, but this time we're just doing the Ardha Ushtrasana. So we're going to go just halfway down and you can have one hand stretched out. Then we take turns, place the left hand back on the waist and the right hand stretches out. The left hand stretches out and then the right. The left stretching out and the right. Extend it out. Let's do this for 5 more times. 5 and 5. 4, 4. If you have a backache, please avoid this exercise. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1 and 1. So it's a little bit of the strain on the back, but that's what strengthens your back and also helps you maintain the natural curvature. For our next practice, just walk back on your knees towards the back of the mat and sit back on your heels and stretch your arms out in Balasana or the Shashankasana. Spread the arms out slightly, making some space in between. And as you inhale, come up to Bhujangasana. As you exhale, come on the knees, take the hips back to Shashankasana. Now let's get doing this 8 times. So as you inhale, come up, exhale, sit back. Inhale on 2, exhale for 2 and 3, Bhujangasana. Exhaling to Shashankasana. 4, Bhujangasana, inhaling up and exhaling back. 5, inhale, look up, exhale, sit back. Inhale again for 6, exhale, sit back. 2 more, inhale up and draw the hips back, sit back. Inhaling up for the last one and hold it here. 3, 2 and 1. Exhaling, taking the hips back, forehead on the mat and hold it here for 3, 2 and 1. For our next practice, come to sitting in Dandasana. Draw your hands up and you're going to bend over, coming to a Paschimottanasana. So when you bend over, same rules apply, which we've been practicing from the past few days. Extend the sides of the trunk completely and bend over from the lower back. If you wish, you can bend your knees, that's absolutely okay. Use the lower back, hinge from the lower back, and then try to spread your knees out and head down on the mat. We're going to do this slightly more dynamically. That is, we're going to lie down on the spine, supine, hands are extended out, and as you exhale, bend over. You can bend the knees. As you inhale, stretch back. Got it? So let's do this 8 times again. I'm just going to shift slightly downwards so you can see me entirely. So let's start. Exhale for 8 and back. 7, bend over, coming back. 6, Inhale, exhale 5 and back. 4, exhale, inhale back. 3, touch your head to the chin, come back. 2 and back as you inhale. And 1, bend over, stay here for a couple of seconds. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, going back gently and lying down. You can spread your arms out slightly for 3, 2, and 1. Right, coming back to sitting. And for the last practice of the day, which is the Pada Prasara Paschimottanasana, spread your legs wide as much as possible. Widen the angle by placing your hands on the mat and pushing forward this way. It's absolutely okay depending on whatever your flexibility is. Just make the widest angle you can. And you're going to bend over, touching from knee to knee. All right. So I'm going to exhale and exhale. Exhale and exhale. As you come up, the inhalation happens automatically. So both sides, one cycle. Again, let's do 8 of these. So 1 and 1. 2 down, 2 down. 3 right, 3 left. 4 and 4. 5, exhale. Exhale. And 6 to the right, 6 to the left. 2 more. 7 to the right, 7 to the left. 8 to the right, holding it here. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up and shifting to the left, holding it here for again 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up. And with these dynamic practices, we're now ready for the more relaxing restorative practices. We've earned it. So again, we'll be needing similar props like yesterday. So I'm going to be using a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, try to use about 2 hard pillows. And I'm going to use 2 more additional pillows. And today I'm going to be using a chair. So I'm going to use this yoga chair that I have, but you can just use absolutely any chair, preferably a one which doesn't have, the armrest. So you could use probably your dining chair. Okay. First restorative asana that we'll be doing today is called the Purvottanasana. And if you don't have a chair, you can just use a stool or a table as well. So I'm just going to stack these up. And just to remind you what the complete Purvottanasana was. So it's basically you sit down in Dandasana, take your hands slightly back behind your hips and pushing into the ground, you lift the hips up as you exhale, straighten the torso completely. You feel one extension, the body is like a reverse plank. Once you stabilize yourself, you drop your head back. This is the complete Purvottanasana and it requires considerable amount of strength in the arms as well as in the entire body. So if you want to do a restorative, a relaxing version of it, so I'm going to stack these up and you're going to place the hips on this and you're just going to rest back holding the chair. So I'm holding on to the chair. I'm resting back. I'm going to straighten my legs. I'm going to drop my hands to the sides. Or you could even hold on to the sides of the chair. So, for example, you can hold on to the legs of the chair, stretch the legs out. So this is the Purvottanasana. Make sure that you have your shoulders rolled out, your chest coming up. Make sure that you have your shoulders rolled out. The chest is coming up. You're completely relaxed. The reason we make use of these props is because you want the chest to be completely open, in order for the respiration to work at 100%. That is, your lungs need to open up completely. But when we're doing the asanas by ourselves, we are not able to hold this posture for really long. So when we use the props, it helps us reap all the benefits with minimal effort. But as you advance as a practitioner, then you may do away with some of the props. Another use case of using props is when you want to do restorative or relaxing asanas, or when you've injured some part of your body and you want to take the help of some props. The feet are completely pressed into the ground, keeping you stable, holding on to the grip. Resting the eyes, drop the eyeballs back, relax your facial muscles, relax the chest area, the abdomen area, the pelvis, and the legs. Take a deep breath in. Hold on to the chair wherever you can find grip. Bend the knees, place the full feet on the ground, and exhaling, come up. So this was the Purvottanasana using chair. Now I'm going to move these away. For the next restorative asana, I'm just going to use one bolster, and you probably need a pillow, or you could even do with a brick or a smaller pillow. Now this is called the Supta Swastikasana or the Supta Sukhasana. So I'm going to just sit with my legs cross-legged and rest back first on the elbows and then rest back completely. Adjust the pillow to suit you comfortably and relax. Spread the arms out. Again, the restorative asanas are practices you can do at the end of your workout, after which you can move into the Shavasana, or you could do these instead of the Shavasana. Relax here. Your back is well supported and relaxed. It's also utilizing the natural curvature. Your upper back is supported. The neck and head are also supported. If you're not used to the pillow, you can even do away with it. Absolutely okay. Now, just a variation of this, you can come into the Badakon Asana. That is, bring your feet together and drop the knees towards the sides. So my feet are joined together, and you drop the shoulders back, chest comes up, your abdomen is soft, and your hands are placed on the sides. There's another slight variation to this asana using a belt. So I have with me a yoga belt here, but if you don't have one, then you could just use a dupatta or a long piece of cloth. Make a loop like this and just place it around you. This should be almost at below your waist at the sacrum level, and just use the loop around your feet this way. So I've just created this loop that goes around my waist and my feet. Very, very simple, nothing complicated. And then you try to tighten this loop as much as possible. So if you've tied a knot to the cloth, just try to tighten the knot such that your feet are as close to your pelvis as possible. So my feet are close to my pelvis. And now I'm going to lie back the same way. So the reason why this is more relaxing is that you don't have to be conscious of having your knees towards the ground. This automatically pushes your thighs down. The use of a belt. Again, drop the shoulders down and completely relax. Just let go. Drop the body down completely on the mat towards Mother Earth. Use the gravity to your advantage. Breathe in and breathe out completely. Take a few more deep breaths in. Exhale at your own count. Okay. Coming up on the elbows. Come to sitting and releasing the belt. We'll take this off and keep the props aside. The pranayama we're going to be practicing today is called the Kapalabhati or the skull shining technique. This is also a kriya by itself, that is a cleansing practice. What it aims to do is release all the negativity or the negative energies from your aura, particularly from this section where we have the solar plexus chakra. And since through the Kapalabhati, we do a rigorous movement of the abdomen, that is pushing it back, drawing the navel into the spine, pulling it inside completely, and pushing out the abdomen. So place your right palm on the abdomen area, just slightly above the navel, and forcefully exhale. As you exhale, draw the navel in. So you can feel that your hand goes inward. And then just leave it loose. Just exhale and leave. Exhale, draw the navel in and leave it loose. And every time you exhale, you're just going to exhale from the nostril. So you can feel like a gush of air if you place your hand in front of your nose. So you should feel like you can actually feel a flow of air gush onto your hand. So let's try this once together. So exhale, exhale, exhale. And you only focus on exhaling and drawing the abdomen in. The inhalation happens automatically. You do not have to worry about the inhalation. The count I'm going to give is 1, 2, 1, 2. At 1, you're going to draw the abdomen in, navel towards the spine, and at 2, you're just going to release it. So you're going to hear the 1 more prominently, and the 2 is just going to be a slight sound. We're going to start with 30 pumps. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm going to do this 30 times consecutively. And post this practice, keep your eyes closed and just observe that there is no inhalation or exhalation for some time. So this is called retention of the breath, but we don't really focus on retaining it or consciously retaining our breath. It just happens automatically, and you just notice that stillness, or you just become aware of this retention of breath, which is called the kumbhaka. So placing our palms on the thighs, gently close the eyes. Be aware of the body. Roll the shoulders back, have the spine straight. The chin is parallel to the ground. Taking a deep breath in, and let's begin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Just notice the stillness. Notice that you don't feel the need to breathe. There's an automatic retention of breath, and just notice the calmness of the mind. Keeping the eyes closed, let's go for another 30 pumps. That is another set. Take a deep inhalation. Let's begin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2. Again, notice how your body automatically retains the breath. Be aware of the kumbhaka as long as it happens naturally. And whenever you feel like it, just draw a gentle breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's bring our palms together in front of our heart. Rub the palms, generating some heat, and place it on your eyes. Cupping the eyes, observing the warmth, the darkness around the eyes, drawing in the energy into your body from today's practice. And gently open your eyes with a big smile. The Kapalabhati pranayam or the Kriya is one of the most important practices in yoga. And if this is practiced every single day, then it has a host of benefits. It's great for the digestive system, the respiratory system. It's amazing to calm the mind down, to remove or discard any negative stale energies from the body. Anything that's unwanted from the body gets automatically exhaled out through the breath. And this not only works at the physical level, but especially at the emotional, mental, and also at the spiritual level. Practice this every day, and in a few weeks, you'll see a difference in the way you conduct yourself. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. Do write to me and let me know how you like it. Stay healthy, stay fit, and namaste.